Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Ladies and gentlemen, Canada is pulling many different American products from their shelves. And there are many Canadian citizens that are saying they will not buy American because of this trade war that Donald Trump has started. I'm going to show you a video and I'll be right back with the rest of my commentary.
Tracks tariffs against Canada and Mexico for another month. However, in the 2 days the tariffs were in place, American booze lost its place on Canadian shelves. 7 News reporter Chad Charette has more from Kingston and learns how a Watertown beer business is hoping the trade war stops.
LCBO, it's Ontario Province's only liquor store chain. And as the result of a trade war sparked by President Trump's 25% tariff on Canadian goods, you won't be seeing any American booze on its shelves. That's because Ontario Premier Doug Ford ordered it all pulled Tuesday.
We said we'd never start a trade and tariff war with the U.S., but you better believe we're ready to win one.
It's a move that could impact small businesses like 1812 Brewery, which bottles its beer in Watertown. Owner Tom Skozofava started distributing his beer across international lines fewer than 2 years ago. Now, damaged Canadian-American relations have left him concerned.
Obviously, if we get pulled off the shelf, that's the death penalty.
Booze aside, economists predict that a trade war would spike the cost of certain goods on both sides of the border. In Kingston, Canadians we spoke with weren't happy.
I think they are incredibly disappointing and incredibly stupid. And to me, they're not surprising because I think your president is nuts.
President Trump sees it differently.
They can't come in and steal our money and steal our jobs and take our factories and take our businesses and expect not to be punished, and they're being punished by tariffs.
When we spoke to art gallery owner David Dossett late last year, the tariffs were only a threat. Now that they're real, he tells us he'll be making a point to avoid American goods.
I mean, Americans are welcome here. We welcome them with open arms in our store, but they must understand that there are repercussions to what the president is doing.
At the delightfully different tea room, owner Denise Paquette says she's sad about the way relations have degraded.
I'll always, greet anybody that's American here with open arms, but it just changes things, not in a good way.
As of Thursday afternoon, President Trump announced to be postponing the tariffs on Mexican goods for another 4 weeks. Late Thursday, the president issued that same delay for tariffs on Canadian goods as well. It remains to be seen if that'll put American booze back on shelves.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can hear, Canada, they're not interested in buying American goods. And the whiskey industry is hit probably hard in Canada because they have pulled the whiskey from the shelves over the past 2 days. And as you heard, the Canadian citizens are now saying they will not buy American. They are looking to buy locally. They are looking online for local businesses. And not only are American products being pulled from shelves in Canada, they won't be seen on websites in Canada as well. So they're very serious in how they're going to deal with America, with all these tariffs going on. So you heard what they said in the video. They're very upset, especially with Donald Trump. imposing these tariffs on them. And I was listening to Canadian news. It must have been maybe still December when all this stuff about tariffs were first coming up. And they were saying that their economy really was not in the best shape in Canada, and that a 25% tariff would throw them into a recession. And that's what they were trying to avoid. They made many attempts to talk to Donald Trump to try to avoid these tariffs altogether, but he decided to impose them anyway. So it's many industries in Canada that had U.S. liquors, restaurants, liquor stores, hospitality. That whole industry uses alcohol, and they said they get a lot of their alcohol from Mexico, locally in Canada, and the U.S. And it's always been that way. And some of their industries have not recovered from being locked down during the pandemic. There were a lot of closures and much was lost. It's same thing here in the US. So tariffs on spirit products from Canada and Mexico will jeopardize the industry contribution to the US economy. The North American spirits sector is highly interconnected. As a result, tariffs on tequila and Canadian whiskey will harm U.S. spirits companies that have these products in their brand portfolio. Yeah, whoever owns these products, they are going to be out of luck. So Trump's 25% tariffs on imports from Mexico and Canada form part of his American First agenda aimed at redrawing trade relationships in favor of the U.S. Trump administration justifies what he's saying is the tariffs are leverage to address what he calls the national emergency at the border and prompt more goods to be made within the U.S., which I don't think these tariffs will do any of the above. So on Thursday, Trump decided to postpone the new tariffs on imports from Canada and Mexico for one more month. The tariffs on imports covered USMCA are on hold until April 2nd, reported USA Today. So Trump's reciprocal tariffs on goods from all nations that place fees on U.S. exports are set to go into effect. So no matter how you look at it, y'all, it's going to be a pain in our side paying all the extra cost for these tariffs. All right, so Trump calls himself holding Mexico, Canada, and China accountable to their promises to halt illegal immigration and stopping fentanyl and other drugs from flowing into the country, the White House said in a fact sheet from February 1st. It states a growing footprint of narcotics in Canada, including synthetic labs that create synthetic opioids and greater production of fentanyl. Yeah, but you know what, y'all? I think this whole thing is going to implode on Donald Trump. I mean, think about this. He has fallen out with literally everybody. The only two leaders Donald Trump has not fallen out with is Netanyahu and Putin. That's it. He's beefing with all other world leaders. That should say a lot right there. But please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.